morning. So, all of the answers to all of the questions that you have ever had or ever can have are all around you and in every moment. They're always all around you. And so, all of the divine information that there is already in existence. It is timeless. It is in place. This place that we are in, this dimension, the 3D dimension, is miraculous. It has and is timeless. See, it is the meeting point, the one meeting point. It's like the dimension that was created through the meeting point of time, space, matter, and energy. All of these things have come, like you would see it on a graph. Time, space, matter, energy, or if you see them as separate lines or separate vibrations or separate, I don't know what you would call them, like curves. This would be this earth, the place, the dimension that we are living in, is the one place on the graph where they all meet, and combine. And in that place is what allows this existence to exist. It is, everything is playing out on time, and energy is a flow. Substance is the matter, is like the dirt, and space allows the substance to have a space. So everything works together simultaneously to create this 3D dimension that we live in. And all of these things combined are within us. And so everything that ever was and everything that ever is and everything that ever will be is in existence and is in the knowing. All of the knowledge in the universe, all of the divine intelligence already is. Otherwise, this place would not exist. It could not exist. So all of the patterns of the universe, all of the mathematical, everything is mathematical, but everything is also spiritual. So everything together is already in existence all at once. And time is simply, you could see it as like, I see it as like a trumpet player that has that thing that moves back and forth. So time is where it all plays out, but it is all happening simultaneously. It is all being played out all at once. You can go back and we and the physical body, but there is no, everything is continuous and everything is happening all at once, and there are simultaneous dimensions happening here on earth, and there are also simultaneous possibilities, infinite possibilities from this place forward. There is one point of existence for us, which is in each point, in each moment, and each moment has infinite potential and infinite different ways of going. And we, in our own mind's eye and in the way that we perceive things, we create this momentum and we keep our lives basically moving on the same path, even though all of the other options are always open for us. So from this one little ball of existence, it could sprout out into infinite possibilities. So any question that you have ever had, or any wonder that you have ever had, or will ever have, the answers for it are already in existence. Otherwise, the question could not exist, right? There is no gap. So if you have a question, there is an answer, whether you have the answer or not. And where there is a question, there will always be an answer. And if you can disconnect from your own trying to determine, right, from your own ego and from your own what you already know, because when we ask a question, a lot of times we are asking a question and we're trying to find the answer within the constraints of what we already know, what has all of the information that we already have. But if we have the question, and if we had the answer already, we would already know the answer. Sometimes we can figure out an answer, or sometimes we can go and research and find the answer. Um, but typically, if we have a question, that means that the answer is outside of what we already have in our perspective. Many times, well, that's not absolute, because now I'm thinking about it. Many times that we haven't, just in bringing the question, we already get the answer. Sometimes it's just knowing what to ask. Um, so as we go through this life, we ask all sorts of questions, right? And sometimes the whatever question we ask, there is an answer for, and there will be an answer for. And a lot of times it's a matter of knowing what questions to ask, right? Even for asking, a lot of times it's as simple as asking, we get the answer. And a lot of times it's about asking the right question and then letting it go and allowing the universe to bring in the answer. Because when we ask a question, we don't have the answer. We don't know what the answer is. And a lot of times the answer can be way different than what we could have ever expected. You know, sometimes it's I did a video about why we manifest the opposite of what we want. And a lot of times, the answers for whatever it is that we want, the answers for the questions, or the answers for the wants, or the answers for whatever it is, come in a way that we don't really recognize. They come in a way that we wouldn't have expected. They come in a way that isn't obviously, like, let's say, if I want to have, if my request from the universe is, I have my question, or my want, my request is that I want to have a beautiful, fun-filled, magnificent life. Sometimes the universe is going to bring me a breakdown of my marriage, and the loss of my job, and lose all of my belongings. And I will see it as, wait a minute, this isn't what I asked for. But a lot of times you have to see the gift in breaking down what isn't relevant in order to allow space for what is relevant to come in. So a lot of times when we have a question, we have to just put the question out there and trust the universe is going to bring it back to us. You know, when you have belief, when you realize how magnificent and miraculous this life really is. We are living in the one connection point between the one place in the whole existence of infinity that well, there has to be another option, because there has to be another one, because there's always polarization. But we are living in this magnificent place, even that you can say it's a place, where space, time, matter, energy all come together to create this existence. And you realize how magnificent it is, and how much intelligence is already in this. Otherwise it couldn't have been formed, right? All of the information is already here. Otherwise all of this synchronicities wouldn't have come to be. All of the everything that is formed couldn't be in existence if there wasn't the answer for its existence in existence, right? So everything that is so every question, the answer is in existence. And the more that you realize how magnificent this is, and the more that you realize that this is just miraculous, and that this life is miraculous, and the more you become in awe, and the more that it's also, the smaller you become, but also the more magnificent you become. It's like a paradox in itself. But then you learn how to trust this divine intelligence, and you learn that you are connected to everything. You are part of this space, time, matter, energy. You are part of it all. And you cannot be disconnected from it, and it cannot be disconnected from you. You are as ancient as the earth. Every particle in your body was here from the beginning of creation. So you belong, just like the bee belongs, just like here. I'm sitting right across from the grumpy. See, he has a face like a grumpy, but the pillar. there is an energy in that pillar. There is something magnificent in that pillar. That pillar was prayed to for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. In this valley was where they found the most ancient skeleton of prehistoric man, between 240,000 years old to 400,000 years old is what they um, found. So thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years has this valley been inhabited. And there's a huge altar right up above me on the side of the mountain that is overlooking this pillar. So that is an amazing in itself. Um, and there's something about that place. When I go to that place, there's something very energetic. It's looking over the pillar, but there's also a cave over here. You can't see from the vantage point that I'm sitting at, but there's a cave. And it's like divine masculine, divine feminine energy. It's gods, God and goddesses. Um, So when you realize how divine everything is, and how everything that is in existence is miraculous, and how vast the divine intelligence is, and how much intelligence there is, and you realize how little you know with your ego mind, with how much there is to know, you have to trust. And when you have a question and you understand how you belong to this space-time reality, and the space matter time energy reality, that you are part of it, and that you are connected to it all, that when you do have a question, the universe wants to bring you that answer back, because it is, you are part of the universe. It's like bringing the answer back to itself. It is allowing its own evolution. So when you truly trust and you truly understand who you are and what you are and how you're connected to everything and how vast you are, and that you are of this divine intelligence, so you, all of the divine intelligence is within you, and the universe wants for your own good. There, the universe has unconditional love for you. You're the only one that gets in the way of yourself. And so when you realize this, you understand how magnificent of a creature you are, and how you are God. You are part of God, and everyone is. Everyone is. And so when you have a question, you can trust that the universe is going to bring you the answer. When you have a want, the universe wants to create that for you. It may not always look as rosy as you want it to be, but it is bringing you the answers, even if it's bringing you the answers by breaking down the old and before you enter to the Garden of Eden. Because in order to enter into the Garden of Eden, you have to, and the Garden of Eden is here. We are in the Garden of Eden. This is that point of magnificence. This is that point of awe. This is that point of that is completely miraculous, and we are miracles. And so this is the Garden of Eden. It's all inside of our perspective. It's where we sit. And in order to sit in the Garden of Eden and realize it within this lifetime, we have to let go of all the falsities and all the things that, all of the ego mind, and getting held on to little things that are unimportant. When you look at how magnificent and how much everything is a miracle, then all of the ego mind and all of the, oh, poor me, oh, my job, oh, my you start realizing how silly it is, You could just sit back and be in awe of everything that is. The ego does serve us. It serves us as holding us apart from the all, so that we don't just sit in the middle of the valley and allow our body to seep back into the dirt, because it allows us to have this experience and to expand the all. So we come in, we bring questions. we bring want for knowledge, and then we receive the knowledge back, and then we bring in more. It's like we are receivers and perceivers and beacons. Like we put out information, and then we want more information. And that is our human experience. We are always going to want to experience. We are always going to want this expansion. We That is by nature what we are here to do. We are here to expand. We're here to expand the all. We're here to expand the universe. We're here to expand in ourselves. So it's all a matter of expansion. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this here. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Thank you.